So, Jay, what is with this really vague question this time? That is a good question. I don't know myself. But I think it'd be nice to delve into this sort of topic because there are many forms of delusion that can happen. It can be on a mental illness level. It can be just, I don't know, every one of us can be delusional at times. But the thing about delusion is that it's always seen as a bad thing. I mean, it's understandable that it's seen as a bad thing because, it can very easily lead you into an unhealthy loop where you actually think you're capable of anything, but really you're just an ordinary human being with your limits. And, well, it is true, but it doesn't really do you any actual harm to be delusional. Like, for example, there's ambitious delusion. Because I saw a TikTok of someone saying that they managed to get a job because they were being delusional. I unfortunately never managed to save the TikTok, so I never remembered the specifics and who posted it, but the only thing that stood out to me was obviously the delusion bit. Like I mentioned briefly earlier, it can be unhealthy if you get too full of yourself. You go out boasting out into the world that, haha, I'm destined for something great. No, you're just limiting yourself now the more you say that, because when you start to boast your dreams and goals out to everyone, to an audience, before you actually achieve it, they might have this certain expectation on you that you might not even know that was placed because you were already boasting it. Like either it's like a subconscious or like a secret high expectation that they expect you to achieve because you keep on saying that, and two, maybe an even lower expectation because you keep saying it. Like, they don't even want to listen to what you got anymore, and they expect the stuff you got to be like not of high quality because you keep saying it. Like, who would want to listen? Like, who will want to consume your stuff, your ideas, your products if you keep boasting it out? Like ads, like those repetitive ads. Like, I keep seeing those really popular ads, and yeah, they do get popular, they do get views, but the thing is, I don't play them because they're repetitive. And I do not have any space on my goddamn phone. But regardless, those games are not my type. But I mean, even if they were, I wouldn't play them because they're repetitive. I don't like seeing repetitive shit. So now, I guess we'll just get into the unhealthier side of delusion. I wouldn't really say that it's bad, because it really isn't until you fall into, these holes, and until you step onto these landmines, and then it's too late. It can come in like a lot of different forms, I guess. But I'll just share the ones that I'm more accustomed to seeing. One of which is the fandoms and their ships, and especially fan fictions where it's ex-reader. Like, they can self-insert themselves into the story, and it can make it seem like the fanfics are making the characters interact with them, like, legitimately. I feel like that happens because they got no one to have feelings for in real life, so they decide to delude themselves with their favorite characters. I'm not gonna judge people who read ex-reader fics. You do you, and it's okay to seek comfort in something like that, but as I've said, there's a pit that you might eventually fall into. There's a landmine that you might eventually step on, and you might find it really difficult to be able to detect that yourself. And worst of all, it's especially not my place, not any other people's place, to help you find where said pits where said landmines are. And now the next thing is in regard to people's crushes in real life or in fiction. For people's crushes in real life, it's pretty similar to what I mentioned earlier, except now these people have a legit person to project these fantasies onto. Because of this possible deprivation of like affection, people can end up becoming so delusional to the point at all costs you must get together with this person, it's destiny to be with this person, and you will never be happy unless you're with this person. To be honest, I was kind of like that, like the last example that I mentioned. Looking back at it now, okay, I really was in for it deep, but I really didn't like I really did like the person. But the way I was going out on about with it, it was really, really, really unhealthy. Nothing happened to him, don't worry, but it was all within, me. It was all that inner turmoil that now I realize is absolutely cringe. Don't do that. Honestly, I don't really get why people just want to have crushes just because life is getting boring. No. Personal experience speaking, it's not worth it. If you really just want some kind of crush, go have like a friend crush or something. Like, I'm pretty sure aromantic people call it like a squish. How do I give an example to this? Like, it's like a friend crush. You really want to be friends with someone. That's it. Just like be friends with them. That's that. Like, no, it's not worth it to have a crush because you're bored. You're signing yourself up for a shit ton of inner turmoil, and I mean, it's really not gonna be worth it in the long run. Just please, for the love of God, just trust me on this. As the token love therapist for a butt ton of my friends, don't. Just don't. I don't really know what to say to this. In other cases, it can get so bad to the point of maladaptive daydreaming. I'm not really sure how to properly explain this, but maladaptive daydreaming is pretty much daydreaming, except that you get so into your daydream to the point you literally forget or ignore almost everything that's happening around you, and you find it really, really difficult to notice or pay attention. That's why I guess I think it's been treated as a disorder. I don't know if it's anything otherwise. Please let me know. I don't want to incorrectly categorize anyone or anything, and this as well. Although I will kind of admit it has happened a few times, but it has not. It has not gotten so bad to the point I completely ignore everything. I do just space out like quite a lot, and I'm like half focused, and then I look at a thing and I realize, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be doing that, and yeah, I just snap back. Fortunately, anyway, for me. I guess if you really want to know more about maladaptive daydreamers, like people who maladaptive daydream, I guess you can watch Anthony Badilla's video interviewing them. And if you haven't watched his videos, oh my god, please do. You're seriously missing out on so much. I know he has uploaded one about Hassan, I think. Apparently there's a thing going on with him. I don't really know what's happening, but I'll watch it soon. After I deal with this recording and my other stuff that I need to do for the day. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's other videos about maladaptive daydreaming as well. It's just that Anthony Badilla, how, oh my god, I completely butchered his name. Anthony Badilla's interview videos are great. I think I completely butchered up that sentence as well. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. I deeply apologize. I just woke up from a nap. Okay, not really just, it's almost been like an hour since I did, but yeah, bear with me here. As I've mentioned numerous times before, delusion in general is always seen as a bad thing. But the thing is, they're only seen as bad because, we tend to not look at the realistic side of the delusion, aka the downsides. And I believe I've also briefly mentioned this. What was it? I actually kind of forgot. Okay, let's recall this. Oh yeah, we tend to not realize or take note of the fact that we have our limits. So with this delusion, there's a limit to what we can do, but the thing is, as a realist myself, if we take note of our limits so much, if we keep looking at the realistic side of our delusions, then how in the living hell will any of us ever reach the goal that we want to achieve? You know how all these successful people ignore all the entitled, stuck-up, rich people? You know how all those people managed to rise to the top, yet they never boasted out anything. They kept their delusions to themselves. They never boasted out anything. So I guess that's what propelled them to move forward, so that when they finally make their place on the pedestal right up there, they can. It's like a breath of fresh air. They can show the people. They could show the audience something new, or maybe something similar, but it's just from them with their own flair. How in the hell will you get anything if you don't aim and shoot? Even if you don't know how to use a gun, you won't get anything. You won't hit anything if you don't aim and shoot. Well, I should ask that myself too. But still, the focus ain't on me, okay? So, as I've mentioned numerous times, or more like implied, I guess. I don't know, I forgot what I said. Delusion is not always bad. It can be good. Just don't boast it out, because you'll just make yourself seem like you're in narcissistic territory now to other people, when in reality you're not, and you just believe that you can actually do it. And for those of you that have really, really ambitious goals, then I believe in you. You can do it. You don't need to tell me them right now. Just tell me them once you've achieved it.